morning, all you Midwestern mages. My name is Broderick Hansel. I'd love to welcome you back to the Minnesota's Magic Podcast Show. Joining me always are my two co-hosts. You know one of them as that mono blue menace of Minnesota. That's Dylan Hartman.
Good morning.
It's
I had 3 Long Island iced teas last night, and I have a headache.
all right then.
I went out drinking with my parents, guys. As life is
That,
good.
some people. I'm gonna go drink it out with my buddies. Yeah, we're gonna rip it up. Dad, you wanna come drink it? Yeah, sure. I think I'll knock a couple back with the old man.
Yeah, that was a good time. It was a good time with my parents last night. So
Speaking of parents and fathers, you know him, you love him. That's Battle Cruiser Blake.
Hey, yeah, I've been up since 5 building decks. So
good for you. What a man.
I built an Angel deck and a Saproling deck.
Is this like Commander?
Of course.
What
You
else
built
are you building? Come on, dude.
Oh, no. You built another Saproling deck?
Yeah, it's Marin of Clan Neltoth Saprolings.
All right.
I'm getting over modern already.
I'm not shocked.
I keep looking and reading. It's like, oh, maybe I should get into modern. But then I work all the fucking time and I can't go and play.
Anyway.
Speaking of it, it's going to be a shorter episode today, kind of, sort of. It's news week. Give me the desk and rip my pants off because you can't see them. This is Fox 3.5 in the crack of dawn with your hosts, the Minnesota Magic Podcast Show.
Let's just get going. Come on.
I'm not functioning, so nothing has changed. So we're gonna start it off with the Magic 30th Advent Calendar. I kind of love / hate this.
So it's a secret lair.
Yep.
And it looks like you get 1 card for each year of Magic.
You get 30 cards. It's $150, and it's a limited stock.
So it's limited stock.
Yes, it's limited because they want to get it to you by December, which I doubt it. But it's an advent calendar, which is like, hey, that's pretty cool. And each pack has like its own special wrapping for each year. Some of the cards in here are pretty cool. But then you have stuff like Wild Mongrel and Genesis and Ponder. And the art's like it. So what it is it's 30 cards, and they're all done in like secret layer art that's already been done. So we have like
kit you're talking about.
What?
Is this the countdown kit you're talking
yep,
about?
It's the countdown kit.
Okay.
There's like, hey, look, here's Rebecca Gay art of retro planeswalkers, like the full text planeswalkers. And it like Elspeth looks effing amazing.
Really? I hate the way Elspeth looks.
I hate those old bordered Planeswalker cards, man. The new that Teferi Secret Lair Planeswalker card, I fucking want to vomit when I see that card.
But then you have,
I mean, they got the old school Chrome Mox, which is cool.
I thought that was cool. Yep. So there's Chrome Mox, and then there's like the big hitters in here are Chrome Mox,
Wild Mongrel, Squee Goblin to Bob.
Clearly.
Like, it's like, okay, so you're paying $150. But like your big targets are Chrome Mox, which is like I think $50 right now.
Shivan Dragon.
Birthing Pod.
Nope, Shivan Dragon.
Shivan Dragon isn't worth anything.
Shivan Dragon is great.
I never said he wasn't great. I'm talking about money wise, like making your money back.
No, I don't care about money. This is a card game that we like to play. I don't care about collecting.
All right.
Oh, that Siege Rhino art though.
Okay. I hate that Siege Rhino art.
Oh my god, I love it. It's so good.
I've never been a fan of like the melty like stoner art.
I know what you're doing.
Are you trying to trigger me?
Yeah. I'm not trying to trigger you. I'm actually picking the things that I like. I don't care about like the Chrome Mox is cool. We get a Chrome Mox reprint. The art is fine, but if we're talking about secret layers, I mean, I don't care about the collectability. I want cards that I like to play with, like that are cool looking.
Oh yeah. So I like a lot of.
And the thing is, after a year, all these cards are going to be available on the open market to pick up.
That's
for
true.
A huge premium, but yes.
For a premium, yes.
Not really. I mean, when you think about it, Chrome Mox, Glimpse of Nature, and Necropotence make up
the
probably 50% of the whole kit and caboodle here, and Chrome Mox is probably going to be in this secret layer worth more than probably worth as much as the entire secret layer itself.
I could see it
Value
being
wise,
either like $150 or like 200 plus.
regardless, I mean, yeah, it's
Yeah.
Chrome Mox, but like,
And
and it's
Necropotence.
and Necropotence,
Sorry,
but like,
talking.
I don't care
Nice.
about either of those cards. So like, yes, they might be
I
at a premium, but I think that a lot of these cards are going to be worth maybe $2 more than what the normal prints are. So
possibly
I will
they're
find the Shivan Dragon for the Ur Dragon deck.
they're
that
like
Shivan Dragon's a sweet art. I do
I
like
like
that.
the Ojutai. Like I want a playmat of Ojutai. Like god damn, that's just or so like my cards in this thing that I'm going to buy singles of are Ojutai because I just love the art, Arclight Fiend, and this is just a strict artist. Like fuck me, is Ojutai, Arclight, Elspeth, Deathrite, and Necropotence. Um, but like I need 4 of those Deathrite Shamans for Pioneer. Holy shit, that looks nice. Hello? Hello?
Oh,
Oh, did you hear anything I said just there?
yes.
Okay.
Sorry,
I don't know.
I had to step away for a second.
Oh no! I just didn't know if like, oh shoot, am I? Because I saw the spinning wheel of death on my mouth. I'm like, oh no, oh no! Go
Um,
first.
We're good.
can I say one thing that I don't like about this?
Go ahead.
Some of the reprints I feel like we just got.
Yes.
Yep.
Like Nicol Bolas Godfair. Why do we need the chibi artist of that one? Like we just got that reprinted. I mean, I get they're going for the year stuff, but I feel like there's some stuff in here that like we just got it. Like why do we need?
Like Nashi.
Yeah, like I mean,
Mishra's
Nashi's one thing.
Factory.
We just got the functional reprint of
Mishra was.
Mishra's Factory.
Yep.
I guess really my only issue is Nicol Bolas now that I'm looking at all the cards again.
What
Um,
year is Nicol Bolas? Is
My
he like
main
2016?
my main issue with the secret layers and even this one is that there's
oh, Bloodbraid Elf. Sorry, there was another one.
no, my biggest issues with the secret layers and shit like this is that there's only like 5 cards in here that are any good. And then they're like,
Yeah.
by the way, here's just a bunch of garbage cards that we decided we wanted to reprint for the 300th fucking time.
I think
Like,
this one definitely has like better card choices in it.
Like, I like how they're putting like it's like all right, this is a specific like Secret Layers are pretty much Commander products. I like that Sun Titans in here now. Do
but it's a 50-cent rare.
It's a 50-cent rare. But it's like, hey,
It used to be a $6 card. Like 2 years
yes,
ago, this Sun Titan was a $6 card. It's been reprinted
so
six
much.
times in the last year between secret layers and other products that it's like a 50-cent card now. So it's like, well, what the fuck?
But-
Why would I want this? You know?
But that doesn't bother me because that is something that Secret Lair should do. It's like
Yeah,
this is more of a collector piece if you want the art. I don't like that like Chrome Mox got like it's cool that they put a Chrome Mox. I don't necessarily love that Chrome Mox is in there because then we're not getting a functional reprint. We're getting like a very limited reprint of it. And so like it's harder to get a hold of. Whereas like a Sun Titan, if you like this art, you can pay an extra couple bucks, but the card is still available to use. Whereas
yeah.
like with this, when you put those high premium cards, like you have to go through them and get this specific art, even if it's not your jam, to get it at like a certain price point.
Right. What's the price of this one? 150 bucks?
150 bucks.
Yeah, but
In
it's
non-foil
it's
or in
30
foil?
cards.
I believe it's in
Probably
foil.
not.
Let's find out. I'm on the page.
Speaking of which, speaking of foils, dude, I don't know how many of you guys have been up to date on how the Warhammer's collector booster boxes were coming out, but they were coming
Oh.
out fully pringled. And
Yep, I saw that.
I was not shocked at all because I kind of was hedging my bets that a $200 box of foil cards was going to be crinkled, but as soon as it came out of the package, and lo and behold, yes, it was.
Now I'm not saying that.
I'm over the foil curling.
I-
It's
I-
gonna
I've,
happen regardless.
Oh yeah, I know, but that's just why That's why I just can't. You can't justify buying foils, especially like not in unless you like see it in your hands, type of thing. But like the new foils are coming out.
Now I'm
What
not
were you gonna
saying,
say, Brody?
lads, that I bought 4 cases of the Warhammer commander decks, but I may have bought 4 cases of Warhammer commander decks.
Do you mean you got 4 copies of each deck?
Yes.
What?
Jesus.
Why?
Okay, so hear me out.
Bro.
Like, so 2 or 1 of them I'm saving, and then I'm gonna sell like 10 years down the road. So I put them in my closet, and I'm gonna forget about them. All right.
Fair enough.
1 set I'm just going to sleeve up in their themed sleeves and deck boxes, and they're gonna stay as they are because I like them.
Okay.
And
And then
then
another set you're gonna upgrade.
yeah, and then there's gonna be like these are the ones I'm gonna take apart, scavenge, and build decks out of.
I don't hate that idea. I mean, it's a one way to spend money, but
Yep, and I love Warhammer. I fucking love
yeah,
this shit.
yeah, for
This is-
sure. If that's your jam.
Speaking of stuff we love, uh, by the way, these are not in foil. Let's move on because I'm pretty sure we could talk about the love-hate relationship of Secret Layers for hours.
Yeah.
Oh my god, this fucking Elspeth art! I just can't get over it. All right, so we're gonna move on to some spoilers for the bro.
That's my
So
favorite part of this
I
entire
know.
set.
So
Is that
bad.
the
Bro.
3-letter code is bro. That's the best part of this entire thing.
I do like the old border reprints of cards that they're doing for all the artifacts, like Mishra's Bauble.
Yeah, it looks nice. I like that.
I'm glad to see that Mishra's Bauble is getting a reprint. That's really nice because now
And
Mishra's Bauble is not
Commander.
going to be an $8 card anymore.
I think it's in the commander sets. That's
It-
what the Mishra.
But even still, it will come down a little bit in price.
Yeah.
Even if that is the functionality of that,
I don't
comes
know.
out
I might be
with
reading
deck,
this
but
stuff wrong, and it might be like in the booster sets or whatever. But let's get started. So a lot of spoilers came out this week. We're starting to ramp up into spoiler season, and I haven't pulled every card, but I pulled some notable ones, and I think we're gonna go over them in a weird order, starting with Teferi, Temporal Pilgrim. Thing, why aren't you loading for me? Do you hate me so very much?
It's a 5-mana planeswalker Teferi. Comes in with 4 loyalty. Whenever you draw a card, put a loyalty counter on Teferi. 0, draw a card. -2, create a 2/2 blue spirit creature token with vigilance, and whenever you draw a card, put a 1/1 counter on this creature. And its ultimate is -12. Target opponent chooses a permanent they control, returns it to their owner's hand, and then they shuffle each non-land permanent they control into their owner's library.
Correct.
I
What do
love
you guys?
this card.
I was gonna say, what do you guys
As
think of them?
as a card that basically is giving you power on the board in spirits, I like it. It makes me excited because I definitely put this in my blue deck. Because my blue deck wants to draw lots of cards, and what better to do than make lots of spirits with it? And see, so I feel like the -12 ability is like a really salty ability, in my opinion.
It's not
That's one
even
of
a
those.
good ability.
No, it's the chat of alting your planeswalker.
Yeah,
It's piss off one person at the table.
exactly. And I don't care for that in that respect. Like I don't think I would ever go out of my way to alt this thing ever, but just it's gonna give me a spirit every turn and then I'm gonna keep drawing cards and it's just gonna keep gaining power. So
This is
in that respect, I like it.
yeah, he's a value engine on his own, and he sort of protects himself on his own too, because the 0 is just it's a +1. They couldn't
Right.
make it a +1, or else it'd just be like, oh, that's just oh god, if that 0 was a +1, holy crap.
That's why it's not.
Yeah.
Teferi's fine.
He's
I don't
good.
think it's that great.
no,
It's
he's not like
5 mana to draw a card or 5
Yeah.
mana to make a 2/2. Ugh.
It's a fair Teferi.
Ugh, it's not even a good Teferi.
There's Like
Oh,
if we're
someone's car alarm's going off.
if we're comparing it to Hero of Dominaria or Teferi Time Raveler, then
Teferi.
obviously,
No,
yeah.
no, I think those are like S tier.
S tier Teferi is specifically Time Raveler. That card is so annoying.
Speaking of
I don't
things that
know.
are
I don't know
timeless,
where. Sorry, hold on. I don't know where this Teferi's gonna see play.
Right.
I see some
Commander,
playing
it's off.
standard.
Commander, it's awful. Modern, it's awful.
Maybe in Pioneer.
Legacy, it's awful. Maybe
This-
Pioneer. I don't play
the-
Pioneer, so maybe
He could be
Standard.
Standard and Pioneer,
standard.
maybe.
We'll
Standard.
see.
Standard
But
and
it's-
draft is
but
all you're gonna
Yeah.
see.
is there like a mass draw spell in Standard?
right now? I think there is. Dude, right now standard's kind of like dominated by mono or black decks. So
I just don't. I
It's
mean,
a
I don't know.
range,
Maybe Pioneer, but I can't see it
he
making
could be
any
the
headway
Jace of
anywhere.
Pioneer control.
I don't see this thing having a place in Modern, considering it's 5 mana, and
Oh, no, yeah.
Teferi Hero of Dominaria, which is the same mana cost, comes in with 5 loyalty, is far better.
Yeah.
Far better.
Like,
Uh,
here's the
Bad
thing.
Teferi.
Why play this Teferi when you can just play Jace the Mind Sculptor?
Yeah,
And
and
Jace
the
doesn't even
brains.
see play anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and Jace is too boomer to play because it's not quick enough in most decks these days in Modern or in Legacy, and it's not even legal in Pioneer. So I mean, this might see play in Pioneer. I don't even know what the format of Pioneer looks like right now. But
Obzon, Go Fat. It's kind of all over the place right now. I've been playing Greasefang and loving it. I'm a stinky rat boy and get in my fucking jet. We're going places, lads. Speaking of going places, let's recall this back to I can't tell what gender Hercule is, and I'm pretty sure it's a chick, but don't judge me. It's a horrible segue. Hercule, Master Wizard. For 1 blue, you get a legendary human wizard artificer that's a 2/4. That says at the beginning of your end step, if you've cast a non-creature spell this turn, reveal the top 5 cards of your library. For each card type among non-creature spells you've cast this turn, you may put a card of that type among revealed cards into your hand. Put the rest in the bottom of your library in a random order. Mr. Mono Blue Wizard Commander deck, what do you think this card do?
this is a card that would be definitely in an Oops All Spells deck and nothing else. I don't
Doesn't
think
seem good.
I don't think this is good enough. I mean, in Commander, this is fine. Like in Commander, this is a fine card, but like as a Commander, I think it's terrible. Mono Blue doesn't do anything other than bounce your shit and draw more cards. And if I know how other people feel about both of those things, it pisses everyone off. So I don't think it's that great. And as a 3 mana card, I just don't think it's good enough for Modern either. Like maybe if you're playing it as an Oops All Spells, but like Oops All Spells is like trying to storm out and kill you like on turn 3 or 4.
Yeah.
So
I
if you're
wouldn't even
playing
play this in Storm because it's at the end of the step, and at that point, it's just like, I'm refilling for next turn, but I might be getting two cards at most because you're playing an instant sorcery, maybe an artifact.
this
That's
card
about
does
it.
I
not
mean, it
beat
could hit Enchantment and Planeswalker too, but
this card doesn't beat Burn.
No.
but
So-
also I'll go from a Commander aspect. If you look at this in Commander, it's not good either because you're literally like at most you could draw, like you could get your 5 cards,
4.
but they're gonna. Can you
You
get
get
4?
4. Well, instant sorcery, enchantment, planeswalker.
Artifact,
Oh,
Planeswalker.
artifact, planeswalker. Okay, so you could
You-
get 5.
You possibly could get 5. If you do, which you probably won't, then it's 5 cards in your hand that everyone has knowledge of.
That's
Why is that good?
yeah. Oh
I-
wait. Oh, he drew a counter spell.
Oh no, the
counterspell-
Mono Blue deck has a counter spell, lads. What are we gonna do?
Yeah.
He has a Teferi. He has a
Oh
uh,
no, he
a
has a board bounce
Soul Ring.
spell.
He has a. I don't know.
It's a good
fine.
value piece, I think, in Commander. It'll maybe see some Commander decks, but it's just like, all right, here's this thing. You can get back your resources. It's fun little diddly do. Speaking of bouncing and mono blue, like this card. This next one. It's Hercule's final fuck you.
I don't.
All right. So it's 4 blue, blue, blue for an instant that says, as long as it's not your turn, this spell costs 3 more to cast. And it's just return all non-land permanents to their owner's hands and the turn. All right. So like, a lot of people always like.
This card is probably what. This card is probably what Cyclonic Rift should have been.
Yeah, I like this more than Cyclonic Rift because a lot of times, okay, people would say, "Oh, I'm gonna Cyc Rift, and either I'm gonna end it, I'm gonna do nothing, or I'm saving my ass." Those are the 3 times I always see Cyclonic Rift.
This is also a counter spell. Sorta.
Yes, yeah, well, it ends the turn, which is removes all stuff.
Ending the turn removes everything from the stack, so anything on the
A
stack.
10 mana counter spell. Good job.
Yeah.
It's a 4 mana counter spell, all right? Because if it's not your turn,
Say, who's bouncing me off of this thing?
If it's not your turn, it costs 3 more. So it's 10 mana.
wait.
And
Oh, it costs 3 more if it's not your. Oh, never mind. I read that as 3 less. This card's horrible. Never mind. I hate this.
it's
I
not.
thought.
It's just evacuation and discontinuity, or it's a play on Hercule's recall, which is just it's fine.
It's not It's not good. Like it's not good in Commander. Again, we're talking about bouncing shit to people's hands and ending turns and countering spells. Another thing that I know personally, as a person who's played cards like this, it pisses everyone off. So
I mean, this is just. I mean, it's.
All right. I may play this in my clue deck because I have a lot of ETB creatures just to bounce all my own stuff.
That's
a
fine.
big. That's
I mean,
a big
it's-
may though. And that's
if you-
that's as a meme because I don't play Cyclonic Rift in that deck because it doesn't bounce my stuff.
You're better off playing the like River of
Evacu-
Tears and
or
no, not even
Evacuation.
evacuate. No, River of Tears and Omniscience combo.
Yeah.
Because it's bounce every non-land, and then if you bounce 6 or more of your own stuff or something like that, you can put a permanent out for free. So then you just put Omniscience out, and then you put everything else out that you just bounced, and everyone has nothing. Or just play Cyclonic Rift. I have no issue with Cyclonic Rift.
Yeah, I misread this spell. I thought this was way better because it's like, oh, it costs 3 less to cast. Let's go.
No, it's bad.
Speaking of disappointments in life, okay, I don't know what's going on today. We're talking about my boy. We're talking about Mishra, Excavation Prodigy. So something they're doing in this set is here's like 4 copies of Mishra and Urza, where it's like, all right, cool, we have the 2 meld card. I think it's like here they are, our boys, adults, and then their final phases.
Well, the commanders are the meld ones. I think those are the
No,
ones that
those
start
are
the
those are in
commander
the
decks.
set. The commander decks are 3 colors.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, that's right. That's
Yep,
right.
yep, yep.
There's like 7
there's-
different versions
yeah.
of each one.
Yeah.
There's a
So-
young one, a middle-aged one, and an old one.
Yeah, and then it's like towards the end of their lives. So we have Mishra, Excavation Prodigy. For 2 red, you get a legendary creature, Human Artificer, 2/1. He has haste. He has 1 and tap, discard a card, draw a card. So he can come down, do your thing. And then he has whenever you discard 1 or more artifact cards, add red. This ability triggers only once each turn. So he comes down, you gain a red mana, and you can do stuff. You can do stuff with it. He he can come down and sort of pay for himself and extend plays a bit. He'll see play in standard. This is a good rate for a good ability. He might see some play in like punchy artifact pioneer decks, but
I could see
just
like a Bergie deck, like some of the
Yeah.
stuff with Bergie,
kind of
or
extends plays a
um,
little.
what is a profession? No, not the Facebreaker. The one, the brawler.
Jolene?
No, it's
Oh, the mono red dude.
the mono red like
Yeah.
Jaxus. Jaxus. I
Yeah,
wanna say?
Jaxus. Yeah.
That has Blitz, but you can like make a copy of something. So like
Yep.
you can do the discard thing, get your 2 mana, activate Jaxus, do something else. I don't know. I could see something like cool like that happening, but
Well, it's Mishra as a young lad. He's not doing much. Teenagers, we all sucked. But then Mishra grew up. He became Mishra, tamer of Makfawa. I don't. Apparently, Makfawas are Mishra's version of Dragon Engines, where he saw them like, oh my god, that's cool. I want to build one, and he built one, and they're not that great. But you know what? He built them, and they're his. But he's 3 black red for a 4/4 legendary human artificer. I love this. This makes up why I'm going to play this fucking card. It is permanents you have, or permanents you control have ward, sacrifice a permanent. So everything on your board, including himself, just if you want to target this, you have to your opponent has to sacrifice something. And he has artifacts in your graveyard have unearth black red, which is sort of a theme in this set where a lot of artifacts have unearth. What do you think of unearth as a mechanic for this set, or just in general?
It's a good mechanic.
I don't mind Unearth, but I don't use it very often because I don't like things to be exiled.
Unearth is a cool mechanic, in my opinion, because it's like not super convoluted. It's not a super convoluted mechanic to get your head to wrap around it, and it's easy to build around because there's a lot of cards from previous sets that have the mechanic. And you can blink these permanents too, like you could blink it so that you're not worrying about that type of stuff.
Do you think we'll see Mishra and maybe a black red Oni Cult Anvil modern deck with like Mishra's baubles and stuff and eggs? Do you think
What is
Oni Cult Anvil is
What was that?
I have no idea what that card is.
I typed in Ohio Cult Anvil. Let's not do that. Everything is Ohio.
I like Thanos the Toy Maker. A 3 green blue 3/5 human artificer. Whenever you cast a beast or bird creature spell, you may copy it. Except the copy is an artifact in addition to its other types, and the copy is a token. I like that.
I think that's pretty cool, yeah.
Beast and bird deck where everything just becomes copies, so you're just making a bunch of token copies. Nothing Simic hasn't done before, but in beasts and birds, which are notoriously, I know bird tribal is usually blue-white, and beast is pretty close to being green, so I think it's
I can't remember what the other beast tribal one is, but there is a legendary that cares about beasts. But
so, anyways, Oni Cult Anvil. It's from Kamigawa, the new one. It is a black and a red. It's an artifact that says whenever one or more artifacts you control leave the battlefield during your turn, create a 1/1 colorless construct artifact token. This ability triggers once each turn. Tap, sacrifice an artifact. Oni Cult Anvil deals 1 damage to each opponent. You gain 1 life. So, like in standard, you had like 4 of these things, and it was pretty stupid. To where you just get 4 1/1s, and then you just tap them, sack them, and then you just sort of go down this line of dealing 4 damage, and just they replace themselves. It was really fun. It was really good. But I don't know. I might make a black, because I like black red as a color combination in like my constructed formats and stuff. I might make a black red Mishra modern deck.
We both know you won't.
Mishra's fine. I don't know, Dylan, do you want to go back to that Thanos since you were kind of talking about that?
No, I just thought that was a neat card.
That was a neat card.
There's a couple neat cards in here. I think that the one card that will see a lot of play is Phyrexian Fleshgorger in Modern.
Yeah.
That card is going to see a lot of play in Modern, I think. So, 7 mana, 7 mana artifact, another Phyrexian worm creature. It's a 7/5. It has Menace and Lifelink and Ward. Pay life equal to Phyrexian Fleshgorger's power. But it has the new Prototype ability on it. So, Prototype, you may cast a spell with different mana cost. So you can cast it at 1 black, color and size. So it'll keep its abilities and types, but it's basically just I pay 1 black, and it's a 3/3 with Menace, Lifelink, and Ward. Pay life equal to Phyrexian Fleshgorger's power. However, if you blink this, it becomes a 7/5.
Yep.
Because in exile, it loses its type, and then when it returns, it sees itself as Phyrexian Fleshgorger. So you cast this for 3 mana, blink it becomes a 7/5. And now you have a 7/5 Menace lifelink, and if you want to do anything to it, you have to pay 7 life.
So obviously, this is a correlation to Wormcoil Engine.
Hmm.
Comparing the two, like they both have their like their strengths, and they're very different. Like for one thing, this dude doesn't split into 2 tokens. If I build Tron, I'm gonna play it in there because I just think this is another just big beefy beatdown dude. What do you think is better comparing the two?
I think this is better. It combos with more. Usually the only amount you'll see Wormcoil Engine is in Tron decks or decks that have Karn to fetch it off the sideboard.
Yeah. Well,
That's the
I think
extent to which you'll see that.
yeah, I think he protects himself better than Wormcoil because there's so much exile nowadays that you put your Wormcoil, you're not even getting the tokens. This at least is like nugging your opponent for 7.
Yeah, I mean it's tough though, because a lot of the creature removal in this format though is either targeted towards the 1, 2, and 3 mana section, like Prismatic Ending. Because Prismatic Ending can't target this, or because Prismatic Ending it's based off color.
That's true, but there's still what's his face?
Path to Exile.
No, the elemental.
Solitude.
Oh
Solitude.
my
You still
god.
have to pay 7 life.
I know, but could you imagine that? It's like your opponent has to exile this thing, and that's a 14-point life swing. Oh
Yeah.
my god.
7 life though, man. Oh my god.
I gain 7, you lose 7. Oh my god.
So this thing just dies to basically have to go blow up all creatures and board wipe. That's really all it dies to.
Yep.
Yeah, I think in Modern, this one's better. In Commander, Wormcoil better.
Yeah. Speaking of commander cards, there's
Hold on, I want to talk about a card here.
Go
I
ahead.
haven't got to say one yet.
Go ahead. Be
And
my guest.
this card I think is pretty bonkers. So, Giant Growth. It is 1 green mana for an instant. It says target creature gets +3/+3 until end of turn. So I'm
This is
thinking,
the 70th reprint of this card.
oh, this is a reprint? I thought this was
Yes.
just a card.
Like, are you fucking with me?
Dude, this card is so freaking good. I'm just thinking, like, think about like attacking with like a blighted agent. So like turn
Like,
so
This is a satire.
so
This
so
is a satire.
turn 1, play a land. Turn 2, cast blighted agent. Turn 3, let's say you got 3 of these in your hand and you got like green mana, you kill someone on
Uh-huh.
turn 3.
Hey, Blake, I have a question.
Yeah.
It's a satire.
Last time you were at Modern, did you lose to Infect?
No, I did not.
All right, just
so
making
this
sure you're
card
not
is gonna
traumatized.
this card is gonna make Infect good.
Oh my god, Blake, I have some. Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I have
dude,
some bad news for you, Blake.
that's
This one's already illegal in Modern. It's a satire, I know, but still.
Dude, I'm just saying this card seems absolutely, and it's an instant for 1 mana, and you get like you turn a 1/1 into a 4/4.
So
Like,
much value.
All right, Gix, Yawgmoth Praetor. Praetor? I always screw it up.
Praetor.
It's 1 black for legendary creature Phyrexian Praetor. He's a 3/3. Whenever a creature deals combat damage to one of your opponents, its controller may pay 1 life if they do draw a card. All right, kind of group huggy. 4 black. Discard X cards. Exile the top X cards of target opponent's library. You may play land and cast spells from among them. From among the exiled cards this way without paying their mana. What do you think of this? He's odd.
Just another Praetor. Just another Praetor. It's just another Praetor. Just another
Are
Praetor.
you rocking back and forth in the fetal position in the corner right now, Dylan? It's just another Praetor. It's just another one.
I think that this card is not that awesome in my opinion. I mean, it's good, but like it's just a Praetor. I think this card is great in a blue deck that's drawing a lot of cards that can go off of it. Like as its own deck, I think this card sucks.
It kind of incentivizes the board to attack more because then they can draw.
Sure.
But I
I hope your opponents are playing really great decks then,
yeah,
or have really strong shit, because like this
as the
can
guy
easily whiff.
yeah, as
Easily
the
whiff.
guy who has like 3 I'm going to steal stuff out of your deck, it, I would not pay 7 mana to exile to
Well, it's not
discard.
even that. You
I have
also
to
are losing your entire
yeah.
hand. It's like, okay, I have 6 cards. Okay, I have no cards, and now I'm hoping that I got all your good shit off the top of your library. Otherwise,
Hey, at least he lets you play a land, but it's like you have to be for this like to work. You gotta be like hitting X for X. You gotta be getting all your value back, if not more, on this. You go any lower, you're a sad man.
well,
I
the thing is, it's a target opponent, so
Yeah.
you can't even do it to yourself and like stack the top of your deck or anything like that, which is good.
I
But
I
you know,
think a lot of the mythics so far in this set have kind of been lackluster, except for one.
if my
I think
opponent's playing Cheerios, like that's not gonna be a good fucking
Oh,
spin.
God. I think Blake, you're gonna like this one mythic that I think is so
Well,
bad.
I like Gix. I think Gix is awesome.
Tell me what
Honestly,
Geeks is. Go ahead,
like,
elaborate.
I mean, if you like playing cards like Villainous Wealth, I think this is a completely reasonable card. Um, with black, you can make a lot of mana, so it's easy to get to that 7.
Yeah.
And black is probably the second best card at, or second best color at drawing cards.
Mhm.
I'm thinking of like something with Villas,
Okay.
like paying a bunch of life, having a bunch of cards in your hand, paying 7 mana, dumping all of those cards, um, and then stealing. Again, I'm all thinking commander. I don't.
Yeah. No.
Um,
Yep.
and then just stealing. Especially, like in our play group, I know if Brody you're playing Kozilek, I'm gonna target you.
Hey now. Hey man.
Uh,
You
I'm
leave me the fuck
probably
alone.
never gonna target Zach.
Yeah.
You'll get board wipes. You're gonna get 7 board wipes, and they're all gonna be. It's gonna be literally 7 Wrath of Gods, and we're gonna look at
you
Zach and be
know,
like,
it,
"D-
it's. I think it's so good, and it's like discarding a bunch, and then let's say like you have something like, I don't know, Rise of the Dark Realms in your deck, or um like a Bone Miser, I think, is the one that cares about when you discard stuff,
Oh yeah.
or a
Yeah.
bunch of madness creatures, or a bunch of
Okay. All right. I get you.
um
I like it. All right.
I really think that there's honestly a lot you can actually do with this. Like, is it going to be great and consistent? Absolutely not. But is when someone does like a huge Villainous Wealth, is it fun, or is it like,
It's always fun.
it's always fun? I mean,
All
you
right.
might whiff, but you might also hit something and you get to play it without paying its mana cost. And it's not like Villainous Wealth where you have to pay a certain amount to make sure you hit certain like mana costs. I know typically when you play Villainous Wealth, you're going to pay like 20 mana into it, so you do hit everything. But in this case, you don't have to pay 20 mana. You only have to pay 7, and if you have a shit ton of cards in your hand, you're doing fine.
Okay. So 2 things. I like where this is going. Yeah, there's a lot of black unearth and graveyard stuff with a lot of draw. Okay, now that you've commander way like that. Okay, cool. I just saw a card that was spoiled. It's called Fade from History. It's 2 green. It has a bunch of bears on it. It's a
Oh,
sorcery.
this is going to be my second best card. I have no idea what the card does, but that art is absolutely the greatest thing I've ever seen.
So have you seen the art?
Which one?
Fade from History. It's 3 little white bears,
Yeah.
I can
2
tell you
little
what.
bear cubs, and 1 like adult one.
Oh, Fade from History is a sorcery. It's each player. Oh, I'll tell you. It's on Scryfall here. It's paid 2 green. Each player who controls an artifact or enchantment creates a 2/2 green bear creature token. Then destroy all artifacts and enchantments, which is awesome. That's an
I
awesome
love this
card.
card. I love it. Look, it's. I hope the
This is
bear
gonna go in
tokens look
every
like these
single green
bears.
deck.
Yes.
This is going in every single, along with, which I just found out was a reprint Giant Growth.
Yes.
All right. Speaking of old cards that Blake might like, in
I
the
like-
trenches. I think this
Oh.
is the best mythic in the set. Don't worry, Dylan. I'll let you go on your tirade.
Don't worry.
Uh,
I have nothing to say about in the trenches. I was just talking about another card. It's fine. Continue.
In the trenches, 1 white enchantment. Creatures you control get +1/+1. But wait, there's more. 5 and a white. Exile target non-land permanent you don't control until In the Trenches leaves the battlefield. Activate only once as a sorcery. It is a strictly better. What the hell is that old white enchantment that
This card is
Glorious Anthem?
Yeah, it's just a strictly better Glorious Anthem. Blake, old
I
card.
I don't play Glorious Anthem in anything.
I don't believe you, Blake.
I don't play. I play other like
this is a horrible mythic.
other like buff
This is a
spells like
horrible
that,
mythic.
but this isn't good. This is
It's literally
this is
a
worse
mythic. It's
than
It's an anthem.
Glorious Anthem.
Like-
Why are all these mythics bad? I think there's
Like-
actually one good one.
like, dude. There's actually. I was gonna read off a common that's better than this.
Go ahead, tell me how much better is that common?
It's called Giant Growth.
Shut the fuck
Yeah.
up, Blake.
Giant Growth is better. Overwhelming Remorse. It's 4 and a black. It's an instant, and it says this spell costs 1 less to cast for each creature card in your graveyard. Exile target creature or planeswalker.
The hell, that's good.
It's a common.
So good.
That's so good, and it's a common. Like, if you're playing graveyard strategy, that's not bad at all.
No.
Like, you just want creatures in your graveyard. Okay, so I have into the Rollick for 1 mana for 1 black, and Into the Rollick is a $35 card.
Deadly Rollick.
Deadly Rollick. That's right. Sorry. Those commander cards. Commander cards.
I'll do
Okay,
you one better than Overwhelming Remorse.
Is it
Oh.
fucking Giant Growth?
Is it
It's-
Giant Growth?
It's not
Go for
Giant
the
Growth.
throat.
It's Go for the
Oh.
Throat.
That's an uncommon though. We're talking commons here.
Oh, we're talking commons? Okay, I
Giant
got one
Growth.
for you.
I mean,
It's
Go
Giant
for the
Growth.
Throat. Still, it's just destroying an artifact creature, which in this set kind of is There's a lot of
This is a
artifacts.
great reprint. This is one of the reprints we absolutely needed.
Yes.
That is like a 50 to 25 cent card, and this is just going to drop the price to probably like 10 cents. Like I think this is going to make it so cheap to pick up this card. I think store owners are just going to give it to people.
Oh, that would be something else. Third Path Savant. I like that card too. 3, 2 and a blue for a 2/3 human wizard. Pay 7.
God.
Pay 7. Draw 2 cards. That's good. I don't know why, but that's like a good card. Because if you can make infinite any way that you can make it's just another way that you can get an outlier for infinite mana.
All right.
Because it's not a tap ability.
Can I say one thing I really don't like?
Sure.
The full art of the Painlands
Oh yeah.
are not
Mainlands
good.
are back.
The Painlands
Painlands.
being reprinted, cool.
Yeah.
I'm happy about that. The full art versions of them are absolute trash garbage.
I
They
think
do
this
not look
set suffers from really cool art, crap abilities.
No.
But-
the art is shit.
Okay,
Oh,
I'm a
can I
metal
tell you
fan.
another reprint that we needed? Monastery Swiftspear.
Yeah.
Honestly, yeah, kinda. It's like a
But the
$2
thing
or
is,
$3
though,
card.
is that this reprint puts it into standard.
Mm-hmm. And it puts it in Pioneer, I believe, too.
It does.
It does.
Yeah.
Even though we just got it. I'm so happy they reprinted it again.
All right, I like this card. Skitter Beam Battalion, 9 mana for a 4/4 construct that has trample, haste, And when Skitterbeam Battalion enters the battlefield, if you cast it, create 2 tokens that are copies of it. But it also has prototype for 3 red and makes it a 2/2. I like this card. For 9 mana, you get 12 power worth of just beat Mesquite. I don't know.
Sure, it's fine.
Do we have anything else to talk about this set? Because I'm done with this set.
There's Titania,
Oh, I don't want.
another meld card.
I don't want to talk about that. Moving
What's
on.
wrong? I like it.
Moving on. That's all the time we have for today.
No, we can talk about
right.
Titania.
Fine.
I don't-
Okay. If I want to talk about something, nah, Brody, you fucking Blake wants to talk about something. Oh yeah, cool. I'll go along with that. Fuck you. All right,
I mean,
Titania,
you've only been talking the entire time, Brody.
voice of Gaia. I hate Blake. 1 green for a 3/4 elemental. Legendary creature, it has reach. Whenever 1 or more lands put into the graveyard from anywhere, you gain 2 life. At the beginning of your upkeep, if there are 4 or more land cards in your graveyard, and you own both Titania, Voice of Gaia, and a land name Argothian Sanctum of Nature, exile them both, then meld them into Titania, Gaia's Incarnate. We'll get to that. Argothian Sanctum of Nature, big tree.
Argoth, just Argoth. Argoth,
When-
Sanctum of Nature.
When Grothal, Sanctum of the Neuter, enters the battlefield, tapped unless you control a legendary green creature, add green, 2 green, tap, create a 2/2 green bear creature token. That's the best part about this. Oh, then you mill 3 cards, activate only as a sorcery. It's just I think it's a decent land. I think this is just a green land you should put in your commander decks if you have green. It's good.
It's
So-
fine.
I like it. And then we have
If you're not
the
playing
meld.
Titania, don't play it.
Yeah, don't. All right.
Anyway,
And then we have Titania, Gaia's Incarnate. It has Vigilance, Reach, Trample, Haste. Titania, Gaia's Incarnate's power and toughness are equal to the number of land cards you control. Whenever Titania enters the battlefield, return all land cards from your graveyard to the battlefield tapped. 3 and a green, put 4 +1/+1 counters on target land you control. It becomes a 0/0 elemental creature with haste until end of turn. Or no, it's just with haste. It's still a land. So it never turns back into it's still a creature. What do you guys think of these 3? Do you think Titania could see some play in Modern with fetch lands?
Dylan? We lose Dylan?
No,
I do
I don't
think...
think so.
You don't think so?
I don't think so.
What about the land?
It's an
Maybe.
elemental. I mean,
Yeah, it's
Maybe.
it makes your fetch lands gain you a life.
yeah.
As if we needed more reason for fetch lands in the format.
I'm not saying that we need it, though. I'm just saying I think it could see a little bit of modern play because it's an elemental that gains you a life whenever you fetch.
I think it's good. If you were playing it in Elemental Tribal, I think it's good.
I think it could be a 1 or 2 of. The best thing about the meld card is it makes Titania look like the one tree in Lord of the Rings, The Two Towers, when the Ents are attacking
Yeah.
Sauron, and the one that's on fire, and it like dives headfirst into the water as the water's starting to crash down. And,
Oh yeah, that guy.
and take out Sauron and like his whole... I can't remember what the place is called now, but taking out his tower, and yeah, that's probably the best part of it.
So when I think Ren and 7 will still be in standard. I think it still is. Yes.
Yeah, it should be because
Yeah.
I think Titania is gonna be an add into 4-color control and elementals. This is gonna be. This is actually a really upsetting card in my opinion.
I could see these both like
life gain.
making waves in Modern.
I'm just sick of seeing fucking 3/4s that have good gain life. That's all. I'm just
I'm a
so sick
burn
of-
player.
Well, yeah, that's right. And Burn's not that great right now. So you know what? I'd like to see something that gives Burn a little juice back into its system. Okay, this card pisses me off. Cards like this piss me off. Okay.
I wish Titania had Ward. That's like the one thing I wish it did have.
Yeah.
Wish that you
Because
all
you're gonna have
died.
to do this work, and then it's just gonna get exiled,
Yeah,
destroyed.
yeah. She becomes just a big beater that gets all your fetches back.
It makes me
Oh.
kind of want to put Windgrace back together, but
Oh, your commander Windgrace?
yeah.
Oh, I didn't realize you took the cat apart.
Titania was originally in that deck too.
The original Titania.
The original Titania.
But anyways, so like back when I first got to standard here, that was when that big rotation with Sun and Moon came out. Crimson
Sun
Vow
and
and
Moon?
Midnight
Oh.
Hunt. Yeah. I realized when I said
I'm like, are you playing Pokemon?
I have been playing that. No, I have been playing that. That just popped in my head. I'm like, Sun and Moon. No, wait a minute. That's not right. That's a different game. But back when Crimson Vow and all that came out, I'm like, oh, I like this big green stompy deck with Red and 7 and the Elementals and the land. I think I'm going to remake that deck and just slot this in there and be like, hey, I'm green mono stompy land. Fuck you. Here I come.
Okay.
I am Sydney Mun.
All right. Well,
do we want to talk about Urza?
No,
Little Urza?
No.
You don't want to talk about Big Urza and how he's just going to mess things
I'll
up?
talk about. Okay, Little Urza. Urza Power Stone Prodigy. 2 and a blue. Legendary creature, human artificer. 1/3 with vigilance. Pay 1, tap it, draw a card, then discard a card. So it's the opposite of Mishra. Whenever you discard 1 or more cards or 1 or more artifact cards, create a tapped Power Stone. This ability only triggers once. It's a crappier card than Mishra.
He's worse than correct.
This is not a good card. I don't know what this is. Not good. Moving on. Urza, Prince of Krug, legendary creature, human artificer. Artifact creatures get control, get +2/+2. You can pay 6. Or did we talk about this one? I feel like
No, we've talked about him.
No? Okay. Anyway, he's a 2/3 now. Ooh, he's got a little bit more power. He's getting older. Artifact creatures you control, get +2/+2. So it has the 1 tempered steel on a creature. It's tempered steel on legs. You can pay 6 mana to create a token that's a copy of target artifact you control, except it's a 1/1 soldier creature in addition to its other types.
I don't like.
I get what they're doing. They're making artifacts into creatures. That's cool.
He's worse than Mishra.
Well, making them killable. That's the thing. Is like they're making it so that you're not just making a bunch of unkillable token artifacts. So that like, okay, a board wipe will wipe all these tokens out.
Yeah.
Because like, if I pay 6 and make a copy of Panharmonicon, well, now I'm gonna need either artifact board wipe or whatever. But now with them making it so that they're 1/1 soldiers too, like now Panharmonicon can be killed.
No, we have Fade from History. Fuck all of those artifacts.
Yeah, I'm sliding Shatterstorm into every single deck now.
Yeah.
So when I saw these Urzas, like when I saw the Urza, the middle-aged Urza, and I thought, are they trying to like tune down Urza because they don't want like people to have whiplash from mono blue Urza again?
I mean, I think
it's just. I think it's just like they made him kind of weak, and then it's like I don't think the Prince of Krug one is that awful.
No,
I mean,
it's not bad. It's not a bad card at all. Like making copies of artifacts isn't bad at all.
Especially, I mean, if you do,
if you do just not intolerable. That's the thing. Like it can be killed.
Or if you make infinite mana, just like with the other one. I mean, you don't win on the spot, but you can create infinite soldiers.
No,
and
you know what you do? You make infinite Skitter Beam Battalion.
You can do that too. Yeah, I mean, you go infinite, and then if you have red in your deck, you have the 1 artificer from Kaladesh or something that gives all your artifact creatures haste, and you win.
No, you fool. You see, that's why. But Skitter Beam Battalion, it already has haste. And when he comes down, he makes 2 more copies of himself.
Well, there you go. And so it's just...
This is why Skitter Beam Battalion is the end-all, be-all for all fucking artifacts.
So I
Alright.
don't think Prince of Krug is really that bad. I think it's
Nice.
definitely it's way more toned down than
Hello, I am
Lord
Manobu
High
Urza. Would you like
Artificer.
to have a
Yeah.
fun time? No, I don't. Sir, you don't look like a fun time. Would you like to start a second ice age? Go on,
Um,
old man. Tell me your ways.
so I think it's on par with the other one, just not as degenerate.
Yeah.
You make infinite mana, you win. I mean, at least it's an infinite mana outlet that you can win the game.
All right. So here's the question. They've revealed all the versions of Mishra, all the versions of Urza. Like, through all of them, who do you think's the stronger of the two brothers?
Hmm.
I mean, probably Mishra if you're like really wanted to get into specifics, but
I'm
on
going Urza.
I'm on Team Urza personally, so like I'm gonna definitely get the commander deck. I like the commander deck for Urza.
Blake?
I'm going Urza is better than Mishra.
Both are. Mishra was fucking done dirty, alright?
Yeah.
He stole Urza's wife.
Oh hey, they actually released a lot of the cards for the commanders too. It's like 175 cards got revealed.
Yeah, I saw that. Where like they've revealed like Platinum Angel. Oh yeah, Ashnod was. You guys want to talk about her?
What,
Oh yeah, Ashnod the Uncaring.
Or Ashnod the Flesh Mechanic.
Mechanist.
Thank you. I can't read this
Mechanist.
morning. I have not had coffee.
1 black for 1/1 with Death Touch. Whenever this creature attacks, you may sacrifice another creature. If you do, create a tapped Power Stone. Pay was at 5 mana.
Yep.
Exile a creature from your graveyard. Create a tapped 3/3 colorless zombie artifact creature token.
I think the
Yeah.
this commander bit is better.
Yeah.
So Ashnod the Uncaring, 2 blue, black, red. Human Artificer, she has Death Touch. Whenever you activate an ability of an artifact or creature that isn't a mana ability, if one or more permanents were sacrificed to activate it, you may copy that ability. So you can copy abilities. I like that one.
Oh yeah, I forgot about her. I think they're both neat. I like how Ashnod has like a little sacrificey type deal with her too. So it kind of works with that.
I hate to sound like a
No,
Debbie
sounds like it.
Downer.
Go
Uh,
like it. Do it.
It's just I'm so burnt out with product, and I know that Dylan probably feels the same way. That like as much as I want to like this, I'm just dude, I'm still trying to get Dominaria cards. I'm still trying to get like double masters cards. I'm still trying to get what else, Kamigawa and Streets of New Capenna cards. Like I can't keep up.
Yeah, that is. I know like everybody says this, but like Hasbro's the one behind the wheel, boy, and they need to slow the hell down.
I'm not.
Hasbro needs to.
I get you got to make money, but I'm just like
Oh,
I can't
yeah, no,
keep up. I can't keep up.
I get you. Maybe there'll be an episode where we get a petition signed to get everybody in the Magic the Gathering universe to have Hasbro drop Wizards because Hasbro is gonna wring that fucking neck so dry that Wizards will die. Or not, but I think Hasbro needs to stop. Hasbro's a dying company, and the only thing that's keeping it alive is Wizards.
All right. Well, I think we can call this episode to a close. I don't think
see-
we're gonna. I mean, I can go on a
no, 'cause,
rant
like,
if you
Hasbro's
really
a
want me to,
communist
but
establishment
no,
as
we're
it
not
is
gonna.
right now.
Brody,
For the Lamprey Eel on the
Brody. No. We're done.
You
We're
need
done.
to listen to me, Blake.
We are done.
Why
Dylan,
Hasbro
you got anything
is
else
the
to
lamp?
say?
Nope.
Nope. All right. Have a good rest of your day, everyone. I hope you enjoyed listening to us mope about cards.
The Vikings play today.
Remember, yeah, I'm trying to go watch that too.
I'll let you go, Blake.
Giant growth is going to be a staple in
Shut
every
the fuck
single
up.
deck
All right, nope, I'm
that
ending
has green in it. So make sure you get
Kisatsu
those.
and the podcast move.